Hey, Dove.
Hey, Mark.
All right. So we are recording. Will you be able to take it the rest of the way after I have to drop off in 25? Does that work for you?
Yes, yes, I can
Okay.
do it.
Sounds great. It looks like we have someone connecting as well. Hi, Anatoly. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us today. Um, Okay. So introductions. I can introduce myself, Mark Nuzzo, the pipeline authoring engineering manager, who has been responsible for the team that has been implementing components in CI catalog. Dov, do you want to introduce yourself as well?
Yes, Dov Hershkovitz. I also work in the same team that Mark is working on, same responsibility, but I'm the product manager of the team.
Great. Okay, so within the document, I can go and verbalize the first one, then Dov, you can mention your comments. So question came in. The main problem with GitLab CI/CD components, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that there is no real scope isolation because it is the same include mechanisms as before. Merge multiple files together in global scope. Just now included a file, or just included file has parameters, which means later included component can overwrite entries from another component. Is that the case? Dove, did you want to verbalize your answer there?
Yeah, I just want to make sure we understand the differences between components and templates. Um, Components are very similar to template. This is correct, but there are a few things that differentiate components from templates. Start with the first thing is that component can be version. So you can tag component with a specific version, and then you can go back and refer to that version, which is not something you can easily do with templates. And also with components, we also implement a semantic versioning, and the ability to use component as a shorthand, meaning define a range of version. Let's assume you want only the major or only the major minor and get the latest patch or the latest minor release. So there is more control in terms of like basically more version control on component on template, which is something that our users would wait for a long time. And in addition to that, components are the way to use catalog. So today templates just live in one, in most cases, they live in one or few projects where users don't know where those, sometimes they don't know where those templates are located unless they know the exact location. And components is actually are being surfaced in the catalog. So once you work with components, you can then release a component, and we call it like the publish mechanism, but it is actually a release pipeline, a release job actually. And when you do that, it is getting published in the catalog, and then it's easier for the users to search, to understand what the component is doing, provide you with additional description, and so on and so forth. So everything that is related to the catalog and any feature that will add to the catalog, for instance, like enhanced searchability, discoverability. We're also going to have some analytics in terms of usage. All of that are added value on top of components. So I just want to make sure we understand the differences. But yes, in its core, components and templates are very much alike because they use the same included mechanism. Okay. We did try to scope the configuration with components as much as we can without changing the underlying architecture. meaning you can use inputs instead of variable, and inputs are scoped to components. By the way, you can use inputs with templates as well, and this is in purpose. And also we've done that because we know that most of our users, if not all of our users, are using templates today, and doing an architectural change in order for them to use the catalog will be a big ask. So intentionally, we've built it on top of components so users could quickly leverage the catalog, the components, and the rest of the features, which is like mainly like the inputs and the version control. However, having said that, we are planning to introduce a new type of component that is being called the CI step. And a CI step actually aims to solve that specific problem. Okay? And this is the exact problem. A step will run, it is a part of a pipeline configuration, but it is executed on a scope of a job. Okay? Right now, a component, you cannot include a component in a job. So it will run in the scope of a job. And it is aimed to solve that problem, but it is significantly different than what our users are using today. So the change that we are asking them to do will be rather significant, but we have that advantage. So in this way, users could benefit both worlds. So like it could still use the component similar to template as they know, but also we are going to introduce this new capability, and then it will also become a first-class object of the catalog. So it will be treated like any other type of component in terms of you want to search it, you want to publish it, you want to understand what it is doing. And yes, and I also link the epic. So if someone wants to follow the work that we are doing on STEP, they could follow and subscribe to that epic and follow it. And it is I think that the experimental feature will probably likely to come in the coming, I don't know, few milestones from now, because we are actively working on implementing this capability and releasing it to our users. So I mean, stay tuned on that in case this is a problem that you want us to address.
Yeah, Toli, did you have any additional questions, any comments? Anything that we can help answer? We like to make these pretty interactive in general, these office hours, because people have different sets of questions and requirements that they're trying to solve, and so anything that we can do to help answer your questions, we're here to help that.
Yes, hello. I hope I can be heard because my microphone is not always good. So yeah, coming from a security standpoint of view, so for me, like just versioning inputs would be like the right way to do it, because for components, I would expect isolation. Like a box, when you just put it on the shelf, and another box cannot access another box. So I don't see the isolation here. So I don't want to. And now I see CI steps, and also I ask questions about isolation there, because there are two issues with security. One is that another job, I can override my variables that I don't control, and maybe the job that produces artifacts, and that's a security issue. Like the second question is, if I have the version, usually if you publish something on PyPy or like on catalog registry for Python packages, you cannot change that. So if you have version there, it's immutable. So you cannot edit it. So is there the same mechanism for catalogs?
was very hard for me to understand the question. I don't know if someone picked this up.
I captured a few things. I think it was a bit broken, the audio. So so on the last question, it was about how can we let me see. So there was one about isolation. So how can we make components more isolated? There's like the ability for one component to override another one. And so in the end, what we are doing is still merging configurations. It's true, this would be still the case, depending on how we write components, template type of components. With CI steps, which is something that will come later in the future, those will be a lot more isolated. They're actually more functional in the perspective. With templates, we are they still work the same way as any kind of include functionality, so you can override things by mistake. We should probably document some of best practices. We already have documented some best practices on how to write components in a way that make them more independent and not having the risk of overriding each other. For example, the use of top-level keywords, we should not use that, as well as limiting the dependencies on variables. So those are documented in our best practices guidelines. There's some other ways that we're currently exploring a lot more. We are seeing being recommended more on how we could write components in a more isolated fashion. One way, like if you have multiple jobs that need to run in sequence as part of a single component, maybe one way of designing it is to run as a child pipeline. So in that case, you attach a single job to the pipeline that it runs the rest of the jobs as a child pipeline. That could be one way. Another way would be to I could probably show as an example. Anatoly, you tell me if this is like in line with what you are saying. Let me see. So one pattern we are seeing a lot more today is like, I want to include component component version. The problem with this, if I have many of these, is that I don't know exactly where.
Copy, are you sharing something? Because I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I didn't share. So thank you for saying that. So so let's say I have like a component that I want to include. I have two of them. I don't know exactly what these are adding, unless I look at the specific component and to figure out what kind of configuration is being merged with this YAML. But if we follow the best practices of, for example, not using top-level keywords, like let's say this is the component YAML. If we don't use any top-level keywords and we limit basically our configuration to specific jobs, so all we have is we are attaching jobs into the pipeline. So common scenario for components will be to define, like a component defines a job. And so an interesting pattern would be that with inputs, you specify the job name maybe, and I call it my component, my job. And this is going to be added inputs, job name, like inputs, job name, will be, let's say, test. And then we have with whatever. So what I'm doing, I'm taking an input, a job name, which, you know, by default will be whatever test or whatever, it will be the normal job job name. But I can let the caller specify where to add it. And this could be like one way of, you know, of controlling, you know, what the job name will be. And so then here I could do like my job and override a couple of things, like maybe stage, test, if I really need to. Another pattern instead could be, if you don't want to attach a job directly to the pipeline, you can use a hidden job. So all you're changing is the job name, which the component itself doesn't change, but you're not attaching this to the pipeline directly. You are putting in a hidden part of the configuration, and then what you could do here is, you know, I have my job here and extend using my job. And so here I decide where to put this job from this component, and specifically will, you know, affect this specific this job. So I decide where in the pipeline and what kind of pipeline structure should have. I have a bit more control over the simple include, which, you know, the where, the stage, and the job name, a lot of these kind of things are defined inside the component, and I don't have control over it. So there could be that you include a bunch of components that might end up having some naming conflicts, and they end up overriding each other. So this could be like a much better way of designing template components, so in a way that the consumer has more control. Yeah, so is that something you have explored, or you have seen, or could it solve your problem?
So I'm going to verbalize the chat too, just because we are recording, just so that we're getting those details into this recording. So Anatoly said, so components and includes monkey patch jobs means that any include in the pipeline can be used as an attack vector to target any job. Is that it?
Okay, let me double check again. Let me read this. When you're reading this, okay, yes, okay. So components and includes monkey patch job. Again, yes and no. It depends how, in theory, yeah, include is still, you know, merging configurations, and that can be subject to naming conflicts and things like that. So there is ways of reducing conflicts and the ability maybe to, you know, monkey patch jobs. And as I was saying, like there could be this technique as I described here, where I even you are including this component, you still decide where to put it. It's not blindly attached to the pipeline without having much control over it. But to enforce more isolation, there's still ability to run components as child pipelines. So in a way, instead of adding the component here, for example, one thing you could do is you have run component, just call it like this. It'll be trigger include you run this. So now your component is being added. If this is I'm assuming that this component is self-contained, so it has everything to run in a pipeline, even like an empty pipeline. Then you can run this component in isolation as a child pipeline. It will not affect other jobs in the pipeline, so it will not really be merged, but it will basically going to have its own pipeline, its own empty pipeline configuration where it's going to be included. That could be a way of, especially from a security perspective, to enforce some of these components. Try to think how there's stuff. Then components should only work well as well with existing security features like scan execution policies or compliance framework. Since it's all CI configuration, you can use components, and you can use that layer of security from scan execution policies, which is there is like an idea about having kind of scan execution policies to be able to write any kind of custom YAML and would be fully isolated in that sense. So that adds an extra isolation from a security perspective, as well as compliance features should support components out of the box. There's no difference in there between the support for the YAML syntax. So what else?
I'm sorry. I was going to just add, Fabio. Anatoly, did that answer your question? You could type it out in the chat too, if that's easier. Any follow-up questions or comments that you had?
On the topic of overwriting version, I'm not sure I understood the question specific. With the component, when you publish a release to the catalog, the release itself, the pointer to the from the release to the SHA is immutable. So if you're saying that you're using version 1, 2, 3, we always are going to send you the version 1, 2, 3. The release can't be modified after its creation. However, there is, you have to delete the release and recreate it and retag it. Actually, you have to delete the release, delete the tag, and recreate the tag and recreate the release if you really want to kind of override it. So currently, that's how we are managing how we are servicing the versions, which means we take the version number and we look at what is the SHA of that version when it was at the time it was published, and we always serve you the same SHA. So this is like a way, like using released component that are actually published into the catalog. It's better than using, for example, direct refs, because it would be equivalent to using a SHA from that perspective. So it's a lot secure. But I'm not sure I understood the question about overriding the version with another component. So currently, so a component is a very kind of umbrella term. What we have today are template components. Component is basically resources we can share into the catalog and reusable pieces that anyone can share and contribute to, and they are part of pipeline building blocks. So that's what we call components. The type of components we have today in the catalog are templates, and that's why we use include, that they're not different than other usages of include. However, we are working also on CI steps. Another team, GitLab, is working on CI steps, and we are going to integrate those, support those into the catalog. And those are a lot more GitHub Actions, where like functional pieces where you add inputs and you get output back, pass different inputs, get different output. They're fully isolated, but they're not configurations that you merge in the YAML level and then you create a pipeline. They're more like a reusable steps of job script, speaking like in GitLab terms. Yeah, so, and those will be other types of components, like CI step would be a different type of component that you will see in the catalog. So if you're interested into composing the job execution out of multiple steps, functional steps, you can use CI steps. If you are looking into building a fully fledged pipeline by including a component and you get back everything you need, for example, fully fledged pipeline, or some sort of templating for a pipeline, you can use template components. Or you could use both, mix and match depending what you need. So that's the distinction between when we intend component is actually more umbrella term today.
Okay, great. Thanks, Anatoly. There wasn't anything else additional in the agenda for now. Fabio, Dov, did you had anything additional that you wanted to add here as well?
Maybe it's worth to mention that we are currently working on moving inputs, components, and catalog to GA. The ETA for that is 17.0, so things look good in terms of feedback. Things could change always, depend on the feedback we'll get from customers. But so far, we do see. We don't see any major issues, and we do expect the catalog components and input to go to GA in 17.0 for now. Given we've answered all the questions, Fabio, unless you have anything else to answer, I think we can. Yeah, so anything else to add? I think we can close this call for now. Cool. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. See you later. Bye-bye.